Happy Monday and another weekly vlog. It's the afternoon now. I have been just busy this morning, done some work, sorted some house bits out and have sorted Buddy out really. She's not been feeling very well and I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit worried about her. She's just next to me now eating because she has been starving. She had some breakfast this morning, but just a really small amount, and then I came downstairs. I don't know how I didn't notice, or I'm a bit confused to be honest, because I came downstairs this morning, everything seemed fine, and then when I came back downstairs again, there was so much sick. She'd been really, really sick, and I felt terrible about the fact that I hadn't heard her, that she'd been sick on her own, and it's horrible because I think she must have been sick last night, because she kept coming up. We were just in bed, I was just looking at Zoopla all evening, as I love to do, and she just kept coming up and like looking at me, like really like blinking, and I was like, what's wrong with your eyes? Thinking she was just like really tired, or I thought maybe it had been like the candle I was burning or something, so I blew my candle out and whatever. But I think maybe she'd been sick and she was feeling really poorly, and I feel terrible now because when we went to bed I was like, lay down, and she kept like sort of sitting up, and I think she was just feeling really poorly. I just don't feel like she's been right recently. She was really off on Friday. We thought it was the movie that we were watching. We watched Eternals, and there was a lot of like really high-pitched sounds and things that I think were just bothering her, and I thought it was more the movie, and now looking back I feel like maybe she just started to feel quite unwell and was just a bit uneasy. But she's definitely not herself. I just had a Zoom call and she was just sat on my chair with me, like behind me the whole time, completely crunched up on the chair, like so squished, but like desperately wanted to be with me. She just is sad, and I'm feeling really sad about it. So I'm gonna call the vet and see what they say. I'm just gonna eat my lunch because I'm absolutely starving. So I'm gonna eat my lunch, call the vet, and yeah, we're having quite a nice day, to be honest. It's been really nice not to be completely busy. I feel very chill today. I think I feel chill as well because the house is clean and tidy, and yeah, just a lot less stressed, a lot less rushed. I can't speak, but I am absolutely starving. Red, orange. Oh, I'm not sure. I actually put a mask on and popped it in here the other day. So today has been a chaotic day. Has it?
Not really, no.
Oh, that's a weird hairstyle. We're just about to pop to the shop to get some stuff for dinner because I spoke to the vet and Buddy has got to have chicken and rice for 3 days. And we don't have chicken or rice. Oh no, we've got rice, but we don't have chicken. So we need to pop out and get her some dinner. Ready?
Ready, yeah.
And she's not very happy about it because she doesn't want us to go. Don't know where she's gone now. So let's make a run for it. Oh, it's cold. Bloody hell, it's freezing. But yeah, we needed to pop out to get her some chicken for dinner, and I'm going to cook that for her when we get back. It's quite late now. It's about 7:10, which is later than I wanted to be making dinner, but there you go. We just kind of got carried away with doing stuff. Toby's not feeling very well today either, so Buddy and Toby aren't feeling great. I'm feeling very tired.
Buddy gave me an illness.
It's so cold. My hand's about to fall off. The moon is like crazy tonight. It's really bright. And it's not quite full, is it? But it's super bright. But yeah, off to the shops, getting Buddy girl her special dinner. She's gonna love it. Don't think she's had chicken before. She's gonna go crazy. I think this is meant to be like a boring basic diet for animals when they're feeling unwell, but this is about the most exotic, exciting food she's ever had. So, oh wow. It's like a horror movie. Yeah, off we go. Oh, lit by the moon. Everyone, long time no talk. I look like a massive duvet when I've got this coat on. I look like I'm taking up like the entire car.
But you can say douchebag.
No, duvet. Or do I look like a massive douchebag?
You look like Flavian Fernandez.
Don't say that. Focus. Not looking my best today, unfortunately, but that's because we have spent this weekend trying to catch up on sleep, but Buddy's been really poorly again. And trying to get stuff done around the house, mostly because we have, I think I mentioned when we were putting our Christmas decorations away that we have an ottoman bed because, so I'm just going to keep putting it down once we're sort of stopped.
Flavian.
We have an ottoman bed, which means it lifts up and we have loads of storage, and it's pretty much one of the only bits of storage that we have in our house. We have in like the wardrobe room, which is like the smallest box room ever, just with my clothes rail in it, there's like a cupboard, but it's got Toby's drums in and just like random stuff like prints and picture frames that we haven't put up. God, this is just all over the place. Yeah, there's a cupboard in that room just with like random stuff in that we need to sort out today. And we've got a tiny cupboard in our office which is full of like all of our tools, like our tool bags, and everything like that. And also the downside about having two separate homes before you move in together means that we've got double everything, because like you've got your toolkit, I've got my toolkit, we've got like double of everything. But we were really ruthless last night and tried to like chuck as much away as possible. Why are you staring at this guy?
Just on his phone.
We have stacked all of the Christmas decorations up in our office cupboard, which is so amazing because when I'm telling the story all wrong. Basically, our bed broke. We needed a new bed. The only one that we could find that we liked wasn't an ottoman. We decided to go for it and just figure out where we were going to store everything. We thought worst case scenario we could see if Toby's parents would take our Christmas decorations, but we managed to free up the cupboard downstairs, so the cleaning stuff's gone from the office downstairs and the Christmas decorations have gone from under the bed into the office. And the other bits and pieces like the spare bedding and towels we've managed to get into Toby's little wardrobe, and all of the drum stuff, which was predominantly cymbal stands really, wasn't it? Cymbal stand, cymbals and a snare
And a pedal.
and a pedal has now been moved to under the desk in our office, which is where the bass drum always was anyway. So everything's kind of dispersed into other places, but by us having to do that, it's made us kind of crack on and get organised in all of these other places. So it's worked out really well, and we were doing it until like 2 AM last night, sorting everything out, and I feel much more organised and a bit better about it because I was getting a bit concerned about what we were going to do. But it is now 3:30. We need to pop out to get cat litter for Buddy's litter tray. We do a whole clean out of all of the whole litter every week. Grab a couple of bits that we need, washing up liquid, tin foil, boring bits and pieces like that. And then when we get home, we need to take our current bed apart because the bed is coming at some point tomorrow between 8 and 6. And obviously tomorrow's Monday, so we'll have work and bits and pieces to do tomorrow as well. So we want to make sure that we've got it all done before tomorrow. The bed used to come out here, so you'd walk into the room and there'd be this huge, great big load of space, but we would never do anything with it. It was just a big load of room, and you would either go straight to that corner to go to the drawers, or Toby would literally have to walk like half shuffling around the end of the bed to get to his wardrobe, and then he'd literally have to sideways shuffle down to get to his side of the bed. I could never properly get the hoover around there because it wasn't like a full hoover's width by the window, so it was always super annoying. We've got a really, really annoying scenario here where the guy who lived here before us actually renovated the house quite a lot. He moved the bathroom from one end of the house to the other. He kind of did everything up, but we think he just cut a lot of corners and did everything really quickly and cheaply because he was only here to renovate and sell. So everything is painted this colour. And when I say everything, I mean every skirting board, cupboard, wall and ceiling. Every light fixture and every blind is this pale, mauvey, purpley blue, and it's horrible. Now, I don't hate the colour itself. We actually repainted, when we repainted our lounge, we did 3 of the walls this colour because Toby actually quite liked it, and it does work really well with the Hague blue from Farrow and Ball that we went with on the one wall. I wanted all 3 of the walls, but Toby wasn't quite feeling as brave as I was, so we just went for 3, which we repainted this colour. It's like a Dulux colour. It's called like Cloud Sky or something like that, and it's not a bad colour, but it is bad when every single wall in the house is this colour, and it's everywhere. It's downstairs, upstairs, everywhere. Hey, I actually managed to cut myself off mid sort of telling you about a house, and didn't actually pick up the camera again that night, and then it was the next morning and the start of a new weekly vlog. So I thought I'd come on here quickly and just kind of tie the loose ends together because it just ended so abruptly when I was editing. So what we've actually done in our house, and I think I am going to film like a whole house tour because I really wanted to do a whole house tour, but I'm going to borrow a camera from our friend who actually has a photography studio because I wanted to do it a bit more, I wanted to try and do something a bit more high quality and a bit more kind of cinematic maybe, or with some more cinematic elements. So I am kind of saving that one for now. But basically when we moved in, Toby lived here first. I still had my flat. He kind of didn't really do anything, and then when I was moving in just before, we've repainted our office, which is duck green from Farrow and Ball, and I love that colour. It's like really dark, really nice. It's just such a nice rich colour. I love it. So that is the colour of our office. What I want to do in there still is add some coving, because I think coving really finishes the room, and I think that's kind of half the problem with this house. I feel like everything was a little bit unfinished. I think the guy had kind of rushed everything. The issue in our bedroom with the peeling of the paint is that I don't think he had done a half paint, half water coat before painting on the walls, and that has happened in a few of our rooms actually. So I think what we're going to do is kind of finish off the bits that we've done and hopefully do a little bit more over the next couple of months. It obviously just takes a lot of time and it's really expensive doing things in the house. You know, you always think it'll be a couple £100 and it always turns into more, and once you've started you're kind of committed. So we've kind of done bits and pieces as we've gone. What we've done so far is the lounge, we completely stripped all the carpet, put wood floor down, replaced the fireplace with slate, and I wanted to double check because it was sourced from like, I think it was like Brazilian slate or something. Our friend is a carpenter and he sourced it for us, installed it for us, did the carpentry in our lounge, which is like our TV unit and a cupboard on the other side. So we have like the chimney. Oh God, buddy, you literally just gave me a heart attack. I didn't know you were there. God, I did not know that she had come in. She just scared me so much. Yeah, so we had all the carpentry and stuff done by our friend who is an amazing carpenter. Did the wood floor, repainted and completely redecorated. We bought a new sofa and everything because my sofa and Toby's sofa didn't go and his was so horrific. I'm so glad it's gone. So we did that in the lounge. In our dining room we have just completely filled it. It's like an art gallery in there, to be honest, and that's kind of the vibe that I wanted. I wanted it to feel very like immersive and very like surrounding. I wanted you to kind of feel like kind of like held in that room, like kind of the effects that quite a dark paint gives you, but without the dark paint because it's such a dark room. And we really love it, but we obviously would like to paint it because again it's the same cloud blue on bloody everything. You can look close. Sorry, I get so out of breath when I'm talking. I notice sometimes when I'm on Zoom calls, but when I'm vlogging especially, I'm like, why am I out of breath every 5 minutes? Then we did our kitchen. So we kind of switched up our kitchen to the sort of opposite way around than it was. As you look in, the 2 back walls were really, really dark, kind of grey blue, and the cupboards were white. And we painted our cupboards railings from Farrow and Ball, which is kind of a really dark grey blue, and then painted all of the walls white so that it felt a bit like fresher. So our kitchen we redid, but we haven't redone like any of the worktops or the sink or anything, and I would love to get a new sink because it's just like a steel sink and I hate that so much. But it's a bit of a funny size and I've struggled to find the right size, but that's definitely next on my list. We've got real wood worktops, which I love, but are again high maintenance. We've like completely sanded them down, like, and that was a messy job, like really sanding down that wood varnishing it with really specific varnish, because you've got to have it to protect against like E. coli, salmonella, and you're gonna knock my camera down. Stop it. It kind of needs to be done again because everything marks it. We've been so careful, but you just can't be careful because it's a kitchen and everything marks it, and it's just happened and it's fine. And I think, to be honest, in our kitchen, the best thing that we can do is just replace the sink and just sand down and revarnish the worktops. So that's probably the next thing we'll do there. The other thing that we did was under the stairs, I kind of made like a little bar area, and it's basically just a very small version of what I want to do in an entire room when we do get a new house, which is very like prohibition bar vibes. I like tropical wallpaper, dark colours, like industrial like wood and metal like feel, very like tarot-y. I've got like a palmistry, like almost like a Hessian print up there as well, so it's kind of like a very tiny miniature version of what I kind of want in the future. But I really love that, and I think it's a great use of that space because it's just a complete waste of space otherwise. And then upstairs we painted this room just white. Again, this is kind of a little bit of an off-white. It's more of a sort of like grey, but I think it's actually kind of the purpley cloud blue is kind of showing through a little bit, because it does have that like purpley tone to it. You can actually see, because obviously the mirror's white, you can see that the wall isn't quite white, but that's fine. I wanted a bit of an off-white. I didn't want like a really stark white room. Can you see that? Do you see what I'm saying? We've done quite a lot. The only rooms really that we haven't done is the dining room downstairs and the hallways downstairs and upstairs, but they all link together. The dining room is quite open plan, so the dining room kind of just is when you get to the bottom of the stairs. So in order to do the hallways or the dining room, we kind of need to do it all in one go, and we just haven't gotten around to it. And our bedroom, the bathroom's fine. I really like the bathroom as it is. We've got a couple of bits of that peeling that's happening, so I would like to kind of address that, but I really like the bathroom as it is. Unless we are completely retiling it, I like it as it is. One thing that I do want to do in the bathroom is get a crystal style shower screen rather than a shower curtain, because shower curtains I think are the naffest things ever. We just haven't gotten around to doing it, but that's definitely next on my list. And our bedroom. Now with our bedroom, I'm trying to convince Toby that it's going to be a really small job, and that it's not going to be hard to do at all. So I think I'm just going to buy all the materials and just do it, and pray that it's as easy as I'm making it out to be. But I think what I want to do is paint the ceiling white, and then I found a really nice like almost like a plaster texture white wallpaper that I really like, and I love that style, kind of like industrial like off-white textured wallpaper. I think that's really nice. So paint the ceiling white, paint the skirting boards white and the cupboard white, and then wallpaper the rest of the wall. I'm thinking that's going to get us out of the having to sand down the paint that's peeling and faff about with that. I'm like, let's just cover it up with wallpaper and let the next people deal with it, which is so such a horrible thing, because that's obviously what this guy has thought with us, and it's like screwed us over, but there you go. So yeah, just a few more bits to do, but they are quite costly and timely things. But I definitely think there's a few minor bits and pieces that we can do that's going to really transform our home, and the things that we've done so far are have changed it so much already. When I do like a home tour, I'm going to actually insert photos of the house before and after, and it's unrecognizable, which is funny because we haven't really spent a huge amount or done a huge amount, but it is like completely unrecognizable. And a lot of that is obviously interior decor as well. But I'm just in a really frustrating position. I have such clear interior goals and vision. Like, interior design is one of my all-time favorite things. I should have been an interior designer. I'm obsessed with interior design. I love everything home. You can probably tell that my blog is just full of like home improvement, home DIY, decor pieces. Can you not eat that, please? Thank you. I just love it. I love it. I think I was born to be an interior designer. I just didn't realise until like, well, I mean, I've known for quite a while probably, but anyway. So it's really frustrating because if we had like a massive chunk of money to spend in this house, it could be epic. We're not going to end up adding value to the house because it will be us spending a lot of money on the interior, and that's kind of like preference anyway. So I feel like we'll be spending a lot of money and not really adding to it. Whereas if we had a really big house and we were adding like a loft conversion or an extension or completely changing the architectural structure of the building, we might actually be, it might be in our favour to do so, but it isn't really in our favour to do that here. And I don't know if you've read my goals post for 2022, but one of our goals was to be in a position to look at moving towards the end of this year with the aim to then actually move next year. So we just don't really want to be splashing out thousands and thousands of pounds in a house that we're not going to be in for very long. But yeah, is that everything? Buddy's feeling better, as you can probably see. She's just being very nosy right now. Are you feeling better? You're in a funny mood today, aren't you? Thank you very much for watching. Come back next week to see our new bed, which is very exciting. And yes, I will see you next week. So thank you very much. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Bye.